Hi, hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shrutika Mane, and today we're going to be diving into a topic that is extremely close to my heart. But at first, it can seem very daunting and scary and a bit intimidating as well. But trust me, it has so much room for growth, for self discovery, for self development, mindset building that it's definitely worth doing. So, today I'm going to be talking about why everyone should live alone at least once in your life, and the power of living alone can change your entire life. It can change you as a person entirely. So, it's something that I want to break down with you. But before that, a bit about myself. My name is Shrutika. I'm a full time business analyst and a part time content creator, dancer, public speaker, lots of different things. And I'm slowly also starting to call myself a YouTuber, but maybe we'll give maybe we'll give that some more time. And if you want to know more about me, I have also posted my first video as a hello YouTube. Here's what you can expect from me and this channel. So I'll put the link in description below. If you want, you can go check it out. I've just laid out what I'm about and what this channel will be about if you're hoping to get a bit more context. So if you're new, welcome to my channel. Go have a look at that video as well. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back for another piece of my life. I'm so excited to be sharing this topic with you today. It's a topic that a lot of people on my Instagram page have asked about and commented about and messaged me about. So I feel like it's a good one to touch on. Genuinely, I was surprised by how many people were interested in this concept of living alone, because coming from my background and my tradition and culture, it's very unusual that we decide to move out and live alone at a young age. And it's beautiful because we have the backing of such a lovely family. In my culture, family is huge, right? As an Indian growing up, ghar, family, everything means so much to us that the decision of moving out can be tough. And not many people take it. And if you do take it, then I'm sure you have done it for the same reason as me, which is I wanted to do it for self-growth. And I wanted to explore what I can be about and really find myself. So I just want to break down living alone with you. I will give you some benefits of it as well, but I'll also give you some downsides of it as well, because it can look very fun and exciting and you suddenly get all this freedom to make your own decisions and choices in life, all this independence that we've been craving for. But it comes with its own set of responsibilities. Like they say, any great power comes with great responsibilities. So it does come with that, and it also comes with certain points of feeling really low. It's not always very easy, right? It's exciting, it's fun, but living alone initially can be very tough as well. So as long as you're prepared for all of that, if you at the end of this video you feel ki I can do all of this sounds manageable, then I would safely say that you're good to live alone. I think you should definitely take it up if that's something that you really want to do. Number one is getting used to your own company. Being okay with just being with yourself and you have nobody around you. Because bachpan se, as we've been growing up, right, we've been so used to having somebody with us at all times. School जाते वक्त, school से वापस आते वक्त, family के साथ खाना खाना, TV देखना. I used to sleep next to my brother. So I've always had someone around me at all times. ऐसा बहुत रेयरली कभी हुआ था कि मुझे कभी अकेले बैठ के खाना पड़ा हो या अकेले बैठ के टीवी देखना पड़ा हो. कोई नई मूवी आई होगी तो we've all gone and watched it. If there's something new on TV that we want to watch, Filmfare Awards, IFA Awards, we've always watched everything together. So I've always been surrounded by people. Whether it be in school or at home or in my society, growing up in India, I was always surrounded by people. And then later when I was in school, I moved to Australia. And यहाँ पे भी मेरी बहुत सारी family है in Sydney. So I have a lot of family and there was never a time where I could be alone or I needed to be alone. So honestly, I have no idea what that feels like. At the age of 18, out of the excitement of wanting to live alone, I left home and I went to university in a different city and I started living alone. And that's when it hit me. I was like, this is tough. I remember not feeling okay and I just didn't leave my room for 5 days, and I ordered food to my room and I just didn't want to go anywhere because I was like, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ? I don't know anyone. I don't have any friends. And I can't get out. Like, I don't know where to go. So I remember my best friend from India, she called and she was like, where are you? What are you doing? And you need to get out, you need to go and meet people, you need to go and make friends, and you need to build your own life. Because yahan pe you're not going to get everything. You actually need to go and chase it. You need to go and make your life. And you need to be okay with your own company. If there is somebody that you can chill with and go out with and hang out with, that's great. But if there is not, and if it just had to be you, you should be okay with that. I have to be okay with going out to dinner by myself. I have to be okay with maybe watching a movie by myself. I have to be okay with having a meal by myself. And I remember at that time I was going through a bit of a tough time as well. So it was all very difficult, to get out and to actually make friends. I think when you live alone, then one thing happens and the other. And then I met a friend at a bus stop, and I met lots of other friends through them, and that's how I started getting to know people. So I kind of started pushing myself out of my comfort zone a bit more, and that's how I started socializing, and I made a group for myself. But of course, at the end of the day, you come back home to yourself, right? There are days when there is nobody. You have to eat by yourself. You have to be okay with just going to bed, and you probably have had nobody to speak to. So if you're okay with that, and if you're comfortable with yourself, then you have the power to make someone else feel comfortable as well. If you don't like your own company, why would someone else want to spend time with you? Right? So the best part about being okay with being by yourself is that tomorrow, if there was someone with you and you made a new friend and you made a partner and you're in a relationship or you're in a friendship, you transfer this sense of comfort and calm and peace onto the other person. Because then the other person doesn't have the burden or responsibility of keeping you happy. You're already happy. You're already comfortable. You're already at peace with yourself. You have so much to offer to the other person, and the other person may have more to offer to you as well. So it becomes a two-way street. And I'm talking in general in terms of a friendship or a relationship. Anything, any kind of association, even at work, professionally as well. The associations you make with people will have such a huge difference now, because you love what you're bringing to the table, and that energy, trust me, it transfers on to other people. They see it. That Geet, again, it's another Kareena Kapoor reference, I'm so sorry, but Geet from Jab We Met, she's genuinely her own favorite. She loves herself. And when somebody meets her, you feel, this is amazing. You really love yourself, and they feel like they like you already. And you can give so much to them, so much love and energy and warmth, and they give so much to you, and that's how you make some beautiful connections as well. So that's why I think number one is to just get used to being with your own company, love your own company. I think I'm at a point now, after 5 years of having moved out of home, I'm at a point now where I just feel like I'm so comfortable with my own company that sometimes I don't want to go out. And now I pick and choose who I spend my time with, right? If there's somebody that I'm not so keen on chilling with, or if there's, I avoid those situations because I'm good. I don't need to succumb to friendships or to associations that I don't like and I don't enjoy and don't meet my energy level and my wavelength and my energies, right? If there's something that I don't really resonate with and I don't want to be a part of, I'm okay with that now, because I love my company and I don't need to go out to be with people just because I need to feel like I'm not alone. So now I choose to spend my time with people that I love being with and people who love being with me. You're not being a part of a friendship anymore because you don't want to be alone. You're being there because you want to be there. It's such a beautiful realization for you to have, and for a friend to have, or for a partner to have, or for a relationship to have, is you're not just using them to fill up a void in your life. You're not just using people anymore to make your life look a bit more busy and hectic. You're there because you really want to be there. And that can only happen once you're really comfortable with your own company, because tomorrow if you're a part of a friendship and you don't want to be there, or if you're part of something that you feel has taken too much from you and you want to come out of it, then you can, because the other option is being by yourself, and that's amazing too. Number 2 is self-discovery. The things that you find out about yourself when you're living alone, right? For me, bachpan se I had seen my mom treat my guests in a certain way with a lot of love and care and affection, and she'll go out of her way to set up the dining table, and she'll clean the whole house, and she'll add little photographs and frames on the wall. She'll take people through the house, she'll make them really feel welcome, and she'll make the house feel like a home, right? Like the from the frames and from the candle that she light, this particular scent in the house, everything in the house just makes it feel like a home, and it makes it feel like us as a family, right? That quality I have imbibed from her, and I realized when I started living on my own that that's something that I love doing. चाहे कोई घर आ रहा हो या नहीं आ रहा हो, the way I keep my house speaks volumes to who you are and your character and the energy that you bring. So that became something that I discovered about myself, and I will keep it for a lifetime. Trust me. Kal ko jaake when I have a family of my own and we have a home, like a family home, I would love and enjoy to keep it in a way that reflects us as a family. You know, that quality of making people feel at home, of making people feel comfortable, that mehman nawazi of and not just mehman nawazi but khud ki nawazi. How do you like being, right? What do you like doing? The way I keep the shoe rack, the way I clean the house, the way I keep Ganpati in a corner of my house, you know, every single thing matters. Maybe when you start living alone, you might find that you find so much joy and peace in gardening. You might want to put some plants and pots outside. You might love cooking, so you might try new recipes on YouTube. You might find a new love for content creation, which is something that I found when I started living alone. Is I have the freedom and space to do absolutely anything without anybody judging me. ना किसी को मेरे आवाज से तकलीफ हो रही है, ना कुछ हो रही है. I can just do whatever I want. I can get a keyboard and start practicing keyboard. I can do my Kathak riyaz with my ghungroos, which often get very loud. I have the freedom and space to just discover myself and be myself, and you know, bring certain things to my life that are going to add so much value. So that happens when you start living alone. That brings me to my third point, which is of this sense of freedom and independence. And I think this is the most interesting part for people who want to live alone, is you're waiting to be free. You can make your own decisions, and you can make your own call, and you're paying the bills, and it's your salary, and you decide how to spend your money. You decide where you want to go, who you want to spend time with, how you want to spend time with them. When you're at home, do you want to be chilling? Do you want to be working? It's all your decision. Your life is entirely in your hands. Nobody is around you to tell you कि बस हो गया, टीवी बंद करो, सो जाओ, खाना खाओ, ये नहीं खाओ, वो खाओ. You have absolutely nobody telling you anything, and that is amazing. But this is where my caution comes in: is it can either make or break you. The free time, the freedom, the independence, what you are doing with this independence can make or break you. For somebody like me, I want to keep going. I have goals, I have visions. Maybe go watch my second video, which is about 5 life-changing productivity hacks. Because if you have a certain vision and you have a goal and you have multiple goals and you want to achieve them, then this setting is going to be amazing for you. Because you have the time and you have the freedom to spend time on things that you love in whichever way you want, right? Nobody's around you. You don't have to worry about anything, food, khana, pina, sona, nothing. It's all you. So for somebody like me, if you're like me, this works, right? Because now you have all the time and freedom and independence in the world to do things that you love doing. But on the other hand, if you just want to, like, you know, it could break you as well, because if this is, the free time can get to you sometimes, and maybe you really do want to be with people. You do need people around you at all times, and that's absolutely fine. Living alone is not for everybody, and it's completely okay if you realize that this is not for you. But you'll only know once you try it, right? You'll only know once you've tried living alone that this is not for me. Maybe you take some things away from it, maybe you don't. And yeah, there will come a time. For me as well, there came a time where I was like, this is not for me. Even now, some days I'm like, bas ho gaya. I can't live alone anymore. I want to go back home. But it's through those times that I actually come back out and I build again. I'm like, what is missing? What am I not doing? I need to work on my mental health. I need to work on myself. And I'm constantly going through this wave of like, up and down, up and down. I feel up, and then when I'm low, I need to know how to bring myself back up. I've taken complete responsibility of this. There are people in my life who support me. So when you're living alone, it doesn't mean that you're completely just floating alone and you're this lone balloon in the whole world and nobody's looking at you. That's not true. I live alone, but I have some beautiful people who support me. In the morning, there are days where I don't feel like waking up. But at that time, I have someone on the phone who's like, no, where are you? Have you not woken up? So when you're living alone, you're not literally alone. You have this network and support of your family, of loved ones who are there to help you, support you and check up on you, and they support you and your mission. If you want to live alone and that's your goal and aim, trust me, they will support you. Don't underestimate them. But the independence and freedom will, as much as it will bring out the best in you, the best things about you and your entire character, it will build you, as much as it will do that, there will come days where it feels like you just don't want to be here. You don't want to be alone. You want to go back to family. It may break you. And I'll tell you, in the first 6 months of living alone, there were lots of times where I was like, this is pathetic. Why am I doing this? I absolutely hate living alone. There's nobody to talk to. And I feel like it's killing my creativity. And you have all these doubts and you have all these days of feeling so low, so difficult to push yourself. But I believe that is still part of the growth process. It's still part of the journey, because it's times like that and how you pick up yourself and come back to the top is what is most important to your character. What is most important to your journey is how you come out of that feeling of feeling low. How you come out of that and who supports you, how you do it, and what you feel when you achieve coming out of that is a completely different feeling that I don't think you can feel if you haven't ever lived alone. So I know that's a lot, but I just want to do a recap of why I think everyone should live alone at least once in their life. When you are truly comfortable with yourself, you have found things about yourself that you love. You're comfortable with taking responsibilities, bearing the consequences, and managing your own freedom. And you have taken the responsibility of bringing yourself out of any trouble, any feeling of feeling low, any feelings of despair. And once you've really, really built yourself, these things are going to change not only your life, but the life of people around you as well. Because when you have a family, when you start living with people, when you do get into a place in your life where when you won't be alone anymore, these things are what you take with you. These things are what will add value to your life. These things are what will make your life so, so, so beautiful. And you have so much to offer that you really start respecting yourself. And that will impact the quality of the relationships you have in your life. What you give and how much you expect from people, and the quality of relationships and what you choose to be a part of will be so, so, so beautiful and meaningful and deep. Because through all of this, you've made yourself someone who anybody in this entire world will be lucky to have. Anybody in this entire world who can be with someone who has lived alone and built themselves truly, emotionally, intellectually, and professionally, everything, physically, everything, that person, anybody would be lucky to be with. Okay, my camera died right in the middle of me going off on this rant. But if you've been thinking about living alone for a while, I hope this helps give you some kind of direction, some kind of reason, some kind of motivation. And I hope it comes with a big disclaimer of telling you that it's not all rosy-dory. It is difficult. If it's something that you think you're carved out for, if it's something that you have had on your mind for a while, I would 100% recommend it. If you are someone that is living alone and you have some thoughts on this and you want to ask a few questions or you want to just leave a comment, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let's start a conversation as always. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I hope you take care and chase your dreams, goals, whatever they may be. I'm chasing mine. I hope you chase yours with me. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big like, share, subscribe, and I will be back soon with my next video. If you do have any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below, and I will be back very soon next week. Okay, bye.